since I was a child, and I always like read books at night. You know, after school, I'll just like read like an 800-page novel, like I'm just into it. And I read a lot of books on the weekends, and anytime I had a holiday, my mom would always buy me new books to read, and my dad as well. And it really got me into the reading spirit, and everyone in my family reads a lot. So that was a good habit I had growing up. Now, as an adult, that wasn't the case, and I wanted to get back into it. I stumbled on a poem by Ijeoma Umebinyuo, and it was from an excerpt from her book Questions for Atta. It was a poem about identity, and I really related to the poem, and I had to read the book. So I was discussing with my friend. I'm like, oh, I just saw an interesting poem, and this is what happened. And she's like, oh my god, I was about to buy the same book, and I'm like, what? So we decided that we're going to like talk about the book when it comes. I met another friend who saw the same thing, and by the end of the day, we all decided, 4 of us, that we're going to discuss the book on a Saturday. So we made up our minds to discuss this book together, and I was excited to get the book. So I got the book and I read it, and it was amazing, and we discussed it for the next 3 weeks, reading the books together, and it changed my life, honestly, because as I kept reading this book and other books in that week, I loved it so much. And I'm here to share with you how reading these books changed my life. So the first thing that happened to me is I was introduced to a variety of authors and a variety of genres. Beforehand, I'd been reading a lot of drama and thriller books, but honestly, I wasn't even reading a lot at all. And suddenly I was exposed to this variety of authors and hearing what they had to say. There was a ton of different perspective from all of them, and it also introduced me to a different way of thinking. I saw a lot of authors who carved their niches, and I learned a lot from all of them. It was amazing. It has been amazing because I'm still going to continue doing it. And it was also really nice to hear a lot of their perspective on a lot of societal issues, and it's really changed the way I view things, gave me a different lens to view different issues and hear other people's point of view, and it just really made a huge difference in my life. The second thing is that it increased my attention span and focus. Oh my goodness. As an adult, I found it really hard to read more than 2 pages without checking my phone or going on the internet to check something or watching a video. I found out that I could pay more attention to videos than read books, and it was just really hard for me. As a child, I used to read like 500, 800 pages. I loved them, and I would grab a book and read it in a day. The highest time I would spend reading a book because of other things I had to do would be like 2 days, because I'm waiting to get the next book. So as an adult, I couldn't do that anymore. I couldn't pay attention. It was terrible. So reading these books this past 3 months has increased my attention span exceedingly. There's a book, the time we read a book of 300 pages, and I read it after work after work at night, and I was able to pay attention to the book. It was incredible. When that happened to me, I knew that something had changed in me, and this was no longer the maybe I knew, and it was just really nice. It was really nice, to be honest. And it also, this brings me to the third one. It really helped me at work. So it helped me to focus at work, and when I have a lot of documents to review, and I'm supposed to find out like important things from all these documents, I was able to pay attention, actually focus, and get involved because I'm working from home. So get involved for that 9 to 5, and pay attention, go through the documents, find important things, have attention to detail. So it was just really nice for me. It changed a lot of things. It changed a lot of things in my life. I was able to focus more. I was able to pay more attention. I was able to even discuss what I read, and that really helps my work. It improved my work ethic, I would say. So number 4 it taught me a ton of lessons. There were a lot of hearing their different perspectives and hearing what they had to say reinforced my ideas on identity, self-love. It really helped me to also see a lot of history that I had no idea about. It really taught me a lot of lessons, life lessons, and you really, as we're discussing the people's stories, you see some relation to your life, or things that you see going on around you, and it just helps you to make those positive changes as you are doing this. So we hear people's different stories, and also when even we're reading non-fiction, the ideas in it just really taught me a lot of lessons, because by the time one of the books I read in the week was a financial book, and that really made a huge difference in my life. So it got me interested in finance. So I read different books that taught me identity. I read different books on, self-love, poetry. So we read poetry, we read short stories, I read non-fiction. There's really a variety of books, and all these different books taught me their different lessons. So it was just really cool. Number 5, it helped me to write again. Honestly, I had writer's block for the longest time. I had no idea what to write. The last post was a while ago, and even that was an experience that was in the past. But more recently I started writing more. I have a lot of ideas coming up, and I'm so excited. So it really inspired me to write again. It has inspired me to have a different view to also put out there. I've written more poetry and actual writing. So I'm just excited, honestly, because I have a lot of content to put out on my blog, and I'm excited to write again. The things I'll put out, things I'll keep for myself, I'll decide. But it's been really nice, I would definitely say, and that's one thing that really helped me with. 6 is that it gave me a community. Honestly, these people that I discuss the books with every week, it just made us closer. We share life experiences as well, and it gave us something fun to do every week, and it's really enlightening. It's really nice to hear what other people also thought of the book. So I was learning from perspectives of the author. I was learning the perspective of my fellow mates who really loved the book, my friends, and also learning my own life lessons. It's really been amazing, and honestly, I'm very happy with the community that I could reach out to every week and have discussions with. It keeps me going, and thank you guys for your support. This made us to have a podcast which is called Caught Red-Handed Podcast. So you could search for Caught Red-Handed on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, and all your podcast platforms. Check us out, hear our perspective. We post content every Friday at 12 p.m. GMT. So join the team, join the community, and let's hear what you have to say as well. Number 7, it gave me a stronger sense of identity. I was reading books about people who look like me, who have African names. It just made me proud of my culture. It made me embrace my culture more. I don't need to seek for validation. I just feel more confident in myself, and it just really changed the way I saw myself, to be honest. Thank you all the authors who have kept writing, and honestly, it's been amazing. And many of these authors, they have awards, and I had never heard of many of them, but now that I know about a lot of them, it changed everything, and the way they write has made a huge influence on my life. And I really like how after reading these books, your identity is reinforced, and you feel better, you feel known, understood. It's really nice. Number 8, it enlightened me on history. I love history. I'm a history buff. I enjoy hearing about people of old. I enjoy hearing about the things that have happened before me. I enjoy just reading history, and I was searching for a lot of things in Nigerian history. I didn't even know that they were hidden in the books of the authors. And as I read more about from these authors, um, I see a lot of history. I see a lot of reference to history, and it opens my eyes to a lot of things that have happened in the past that I had no idea about. And it's just been really, really cool. So that's been a very interesting thing for me. Number 9, it changed the way I read completely. Usually when I read, I feel like I used to skim read. I would only tell you the major things that have happened in the story from beginning to the end, which is great. You're supposed to be able to tell the person that is reading the story about the story. But I wasn't able to tell you themes or important things, like pinpoint to like maybe particular quotes that I really liked or something. But now I pay more attention to the book. I write down the important things that catches my eye. Many times there are funny bits in the story. I write down the funny bits. I write down the parts that interest me, the characters I really liked and why I really like them. It's just been really more in depth, and it's been like a study guide. And when discussing it, it makes it more fun and interesting. And I just really like this new way of reading because I retain more. If you ask me to tell you about these books, I can tell you not just about the story, but about the characters, about the themes, about the important keynotes that the author was trying to pass across. It's just been really incredible and much more fun to discuss. Number 10, it helped me to finally start building my library. I've always wanted a very large library where I could have like a collection of books and just like sit down and study them whenever I want to. So every book that I really like, buying the hardcover copy and enjoying them and building my library. So I'm so excited. So yes, these books have been amazing. And I'll put a list of the books I've read down below, and you could check them out too if you want to read them. Check out Caught Red-Handed podcast. Search Caught and then Red-Handed as in READ handed. And hear what we had to say. We're still building it. We're ready on season 2, and I'm excited to see what's about to come. Just tell me your experience. If you've read any book in this time, tell me how it's been for you. Let me know down below. Thank you so much for watching my video. Stay safe, stay alive, wear your mask, and have a great week. Bye.
White noise that keeps me up at night.